All right, we're on, Maxine. You can practice while I introduce the veil.
Okay.
All right.
Hi guys, Tiffany here, and
Hi.
your name. Say your full name.
Maxine. Elizabeth
You
Morgan.
don't have to say that. I just meant your name. Anyways, me and Maxine are here today to sew for a while until we can't sew no more. So that means get yourselves ready because we're going to be hanging out for a while today. If you are new to my channel, don't forget to what?
Give a thumbs up and subscribe.
There you go. Good.
Subscribe down there. Give a video a thumbs up, and don't forget to share with your quilty friends, as well as don't forget to comment on the replays. So, about last month for Christmas, Maxine bought me
Say hi to everyone.
6.
Hi.
Hi everybody. I don't know who's here because Scott has
Judy,
the thing.
Jim, Teresa.
Hi Judy. Hi Jim. Hi Teresa. For Christmas, Maxine bought 6 and then a fat quarter that does not match this, but we already agreed to pull it out. She bought 6 half-yard cuts. So, with that being said, we decided that with those 6 half-yard cuts, we were going to make each other a quilt. That's right. I'm going to make her a quilt, and she's going to make me a quilt out of the same fabrics. But we're not stopping with just these because we won't get a very big quilt with just these. We have decided, and I'll bring it up close to the camera, to add fat quarter bundles. So she's going to get a fat quarter bundle. I'm going to get a fat quarter bundle with some added extra fabric and some added extra fabric and some added extra fabric. So that way we can make each other quilts. And it's not just going to stop there. We're going to make it. She's making the whole thing for me to cuddle from her, start to finish. So she's going to do as much of the cutting as possible. She's kind of dangerous, but all newbies are. But she's going to do it. And she's going to sew it. And guess what? When the top is done and we're ready to quilt it, guess where she's going to end up? On the long arm with it. And then I will be doing the same for her. Now, with all that being said, this girl has only sewn 30 stitches in her whole entire life.
Just
So I
now.
made my own little quilt thingy the size of this.
Yeah, she's made a quilt block before with her friends on camera here at Tiffany's Quilting Life, and we're just giving
Hi,
her
Sue-Ann.
hi Sue-Ann. We're just giving her
Hi, Diane.
hi Diane, a quick rundown of using the Brother machine. We decided to put her on the slower, control your speed baby machine. Also, I have to let you guys know that the signature thread that we dipped in mineral oil is running great through the Brother machine. So the Brother is not having any problems. It's not making any funky noise. It's running great through that machine. So it works through that machine, but do not run oiled thread through a Juki because it just doesn't work. So that has finally been solved. So,
Hi, Mila. Hi, Kathleen. Hi, Brenda. Hi,
hello,
Beverly.
everybody. Scott's just going to say hi individually. It helps easier that way.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring up close our
Teresa likes her nice goofy picture.
thank you.
You two together.
Yes, we've made it. Oh, and we're also on Maxine's iPhone. So the quality of the video is probably going to be better.
We're hoping it's better.
We're hoping it's better.
Our internet's still corrupt.
But our internet, yes, is still sucky. But anyways, she was practicing making 4 patch blocks just so that we can see how well she's got this
It's
whole
pretty
nesting
blurry.
seams in quick.
It's very blurry on here.
That's because that screen's different. You have to like change the quality of the video.
Oh, well, with your phone, it's not that blurry. It's worse.
Well, anyways, we're going to... she's ran some through here just to make sure. She's going to practice this last 4 patch,
Hi, Margaret.
sewing it through on her own without my help, so that I can show you guys the fabric and the fabric we chose to go with it up close.
Yes,
in the
Sue-Ann,
camera.
there's a window there. It's always been there.
Yes.
We didn't just add it.
If it's bothering you, I can actually close the curtain on, or close the window if it's a big deal. Let me know, because the lighting is coming. It's not coming
Hi,
from
Vicky.
behind us. It's actually coming towards you guys today. So, because of the
Hi,
angle,
Gwen.
we wanted you guys to see both of us working. So, if this is going to be a problem, I'll just put the curtain up. It's no big deal. Just let me know.
Hi, Vicky.
Hello, everybody joining. So today it's me and Maxine making each other quilts. And here is, I'm going to just kind of wave these out so that you guys can see. Yes, while I'm showing them, you can just finish that.
Teresa says it looks okay, so we're good so far.
All right, so here is the half-yard cuts that she purchased. Up close, I'll show you. So they're coral and green.
It must be our internet because the tablet is terrible.
Yeah.
It's like we're out in the garage.
So there's those half-yard cuts, and then we are mixing them with some white. So we have 3 yards of white, just, I don't know how much we're going to use. And then
Hi, everyone.
I
They're saying
want-
hi to me.
you guys to see.
I did it.
Okay.
Good job. Maxine's
These-
learning to chain piece.
Yeah. She's learning to
I
chain
didn't
piece.
do it.
Brenda
fine.
says the view is good.
Here is our 3 fat quarters, but there's tech. Can you see those with this? So they look absolutely adorable. See that?
You can resew that, can't you?
I don't know how.
So there's the fat quarters. We get 2
Just
of
hand it to
each
her and she can
of
fix her
these fat
mistakes.
quarters, as well as we each get a fat quarter of a white one with owls on it, as well as we are adding this blue with white polka dot because it looks great with all these prints that have the blue mixed in, as you can see. So we literally are just building from everything somehow, some way, and that's what we're gonna do. And thanks, because Maxine is a beginner,
Hi, Luann.
we are going to be
Brenda
doing
says this is just great.
something super simple.
Swan
Which
loves the
is-
blue. Margaret loves the colors.
See, so I'll just hold this all up. If I can hold this. There we go. See? Beautiful blend. Beautiful blend. They all look good
I do not
together.
have steady hands for this.
See?
Now I know I cannot be a surgeon.
So we're going to do this super
Brenda likes the
simple.
owl one. She says cute owls.
Isn't it cute? Very
But-
cute. But we
do I-
only get 1 fat quarter each.
Do I have to remove that out of it?
Oh, how did that happen?
It's because I didn't sew it all the way.
You got the tension all messed up too.
Beverly says great fabric.
She's still trying to learn while we're doing this, guys, so bear with us because I was trying to give her a quick rundown in a short period of time. Just hook the other one to it. Right side's the other. So we've decided to do 5-inch squares. Why? Because it's easy. She's a left-hander, and it's really hard to teach a left-hander, even though I can cut left-handed, how to cut properly. So we went with 5-inch squares. So that way we can use our Missouri Star 5-inch by 15-inch ruler. So that way all she has to do is line a ruler up with the edge of her last cut to cut her new cut. Because she's fully 100% left-handed. She cannot use...
Son of a butternut squash. I put it on backwards.
See, this thing is called a seam ripper.
That's what I did.
Just put it in.
It happens, you're learning.
Hey, I did this one correctly.
Swan says her daughter is a lefty too.
So we're going to
Her daughter's name
finish
is
teaching
Tiffany.
her with this junk fabric real quick. It's not junk, all fabric is good, but we're just teaching her real quick the basics of the sewing machine
Scrap fabric, I guess.
with scraps.
Here,
Yeah.
I'll just connect
No,
those ones together.
right sides together.
Like that.
Yes. Oh yeah, you have a seam ripper on that side, so we both have a seam ripper to use. So yeah, we're gonna do 5-inch squares to make this simple on us. We're making pretty much the same quilt, but she can lay out hers her way, and I will lay out mine my way. And while she's quick, you could slow it down if you need. You just suck them.
How do you keep
Are you
doing
doing
that?
this on purpose?
How do you keep doing that?
You said put it right sides together.
That was wrong sides together and you sewed on the right side. Let me tell you. If anyone wants to know, she's 18 years old, by the way. and she is a beginner at this. And if she completes a quilt, you never know. Maybe she'll want to make another one in the future, and she'll actually have the skill from mommy, you know, learning here to do it all on her own maybe in the future. This is the right side, pretty side. That's the pretty side. Put those two together. Now sew. This is so funny to watch. I'm going to go ahead while she's still kind of learning on this machine and chop all these half-yard cuts in, or 1 yard pieces into half yards so that I can split both the piles up.
I did it.
Yep, okay, now finger press it to your dark side. We're just doing finger pressing to teach her the basic. Did you finger press that one to the dark? Like this.
And then I can iron with squeak.
Alright, so there you go. Opposite them and nest the seams.
Why do you call it nesting?
Because you can't move your fingers in the seam. Remember? I showed you. You try to adjust it. She's really going to get this, guys. She will. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and start taking these and turning them into half-yard cuts for her and I. So this will be her pile over here. And we're going to be cutting from the same area, so I don't know. I might cut all mine first because I'm faster. So this is how Walmart sells their fabric now, in these darn little 1 yard cut things. And all this can just go in recycle bin because this is all recyclable cardboard. Now go show everyone what you did.
I didn't do it.
Gwen has a fever and a headache. It just won't go away. Sorry to hear that,
Aw,
Gwen. She hasn't been
sorry.
able to sew in a week, she said.
That sucks. That really sucks.
Bam.
She kind of did it. Not kind of. She did do it. She just
Kept messing up.
messed her
I
seam up
messed
on
up
the back.
That's okay, because it's flat.
Yeah,
They won't know.
that's an open seam. That don't matter. It's going to happen as long as you have a 1/4 inch seam. Or abouts. Alright, so here's my recycle pile, and I'm going to go ahead and cut these. I mean, yeah, cut these
There's so much string.
into...
Yes, there's always lots and lots of string, right,
we're gonna
Tiffy?
Yes, always lots. To 2 piles. 1 pile for me, 1 pile for her. And since they're exactly a yard, all I have to do is cut them in half. And she can do her half, and I can do my half. Yeah, they really don't cut these all pretty like they're supposed to. Make it work. 18. Alright, there is a half yard for you and a half yard for me.
There you go.
Look at that.
Beautiful.
Show them on the camera.
Masterpiece.
See?
Are these supposed to be corn?
Yes.
Brenda says the 1 yards are better than trying for an hour to get someone to cut for you at Walmart. Yes, Brenda, we've been there. The struggle is real.
You did it crooked.
Yes. That's fine. You can.
It still looks pretty.
Alright,
What
so
do
I'm
we do
just
with this
lining these up from edge to edge so we each get that perfect amount, and then I am
Diane
cutting
says she loves it.
them in half
Jim says awesome,
at the
Maxine.
18-inch mark, because that is half a yard.
Diane says so true.
So half me, half for her. Technically.
Hi, Teresa. Teresa says hi, honey.
I added it.
Teresa
to it.
McBrayer.
Hi, Teresa.
Beverly says looks good, Maxine.
All right, this one 18.
I don't think I could be a quilter.
She's just adding. She just added a piece for, I don't know,
Practice.
shoots and ladders instead of shits and giggles.
Shoots and ladders, that works.
So they don't have to say the bad word.
Yes, I get it. It works. I just said it works.
For me, for her. And seriously gonna cut it all the way folded like this because it doesn't really matter. Just making sure that it's lined up. Me, her. Me.
Teresa asks if you move things around in your room.
Yeah, we just so that we can both use the desk. We moved the machine and things out of the way underneath it so that she has a way to have her legs under the table. We just moved a dresser thingy out of the way because it's on wheels.
Hi, Penny. Penny's on.
Hello.
Penny, to the best of my knowledge, we still haven't gotten your address. I want your address, Penny. We need to stalk you. She lives in South Africa. So it's a
Really?
joke. Yeah.
That's cool.
Okay.
You're gonna surprise her next.
I don't know about that.
No, I'm not doing that. All right,
It's
we're just
just
gonna
a
do the same
joke.
with this. We're gonna use a yard from this.
Linda says hi. Hi, Linda.
So we're gonna give you half a yard and me half a yard, and then that way we have equal amounts of everything. So there's half for you. And half for me. Ta-da! And that is no longer 2 yards of fabric. And what else were we adding? White. Do you want us, are you gonna add white inside yours? Or do you wanna just do that and save white for border?
I have no idea.
Well then I'll cut,
She says if you stalk me, you'll have to visit. LOL, I'm waiting for you guys. Yeah, you're a little far, Penny. We were just joking. I
That
still
white
want
is
your
so
address because Tiff
thin.
wants to send you a card,
it's
though.
not.
It looks like it.
Okay. Ugh, they don't even, ugh, it's so annoying how they do this.
It's the new Walmart. Look at that lovely straight edge cut there they have. Whew. Oh, Teresa wants to know what you're making. She missed the beginning.
We are making mother and daughter quilts. So I'm making her quilt and she's making mine. All out of the same amount of fabric. Same kind of everything. We're both cutting 5-inch squares. And we're going to be doing the same exact thing. Except for, Scott, can you get up for a second and
Yes, of course.
take that other end and match those 2 selvages? Because Walmart decided to fold this on a thing open, which is retarded.
Yes, yes, yes. Walmart.
That's not a nice word.
Walmart has their issues.
Line those 2 selvages up so that I could fold it in half twice.
I gotcha, I gotcha. It's not at all straight here, by any means.
Now fold it in half. We're going to be pressing everything anyway, so.
Yes, that's my job today.
I just need to cut a
Oh.
yard off of here to start.
Okay.
Stay. Alright, I'm just going to cut a yard off of here to start. Give me, where's your rotary cut?
Yes, I am.
Left-handed.
Penny says she will send her snail mail and will be sure to treasure your card and find a special place in her sewing room for it. When I am out and about, I will send a little something from South Africa to you. Well, thank you, Penny. You don't have to send us anything. We just wanted your address because Tiff wanted to send you a card. Maybe we'll get you a picture, too, of the London Bridge or something.
I'll send you my
Alright, here
graduation
is your
photos.
half yard.
There you go. You can do
That's
that.
what I need
Here
to do with Michelle.
Is my half yard. Alright. So we each get all that. A half yard of a ton of different fabrics.
Can I add this to it?
Plus the fat quarters. No, you're not adding that to it.
That's your practice piece. You can keep that and hang it on your wall.
No.
It's a joke.
And then the rest of the white can be used for our border fabric. So however she wants to put her squares together, that's what she gets to do.
Do you want me to start ironing some of that white now, or should I wait till it's cut more?
Here you go, iron all of it.
Awesome.
Can I make triangles as well? Triangles and squares and all different types of shapes?
So look, no, we're doing 5-inch squares. All you have to do is keep these folded
Yeah, I know how to
and
iron.
then get the wrinkles out.
I know how to iron.
Play. And then I'll give you Maxine's. Alright, so for now we just have to wait till everything is ironed. I should have pre-cut everything, but I wanted to show you
Suzanne
guys
says she loves your
everything.
colors.
beforehand.
Penny says, awesome, Tiff. Have you tried our Shweshkiwi fabrics? Have you tried that fabric?
No, I don't even know what that is.
No, Penny, we've never heard of that.
So I'm going to fold all these so that you guys can see all the
Well,
colors.
Vicky's been to the London Bridge many, many times. Well, that's cool, Vicky. Next time you come to town, you have to come and stop by. Everybody's invited to Tiff's quilting area. You can long arm or quilt or whatever.
So I'm just going to hold the
Penny
line
says
up.
it's a local African fabric. No, I've never heard of it, but it sounds interesting. Hi, Emily.
Hello, everybody. Let's
Emily says
go.
hi, and that
I
this
didn't
is
grab
adorable,
mine.
is
There
what
you
she
go.
says.
So I'm lining all these up so that you guys can see what all these colors look like together.
Penny says it's very bright and cheerful. Teresa says, I love the colors.
I'm just like literally building a big square thing so that you guys can see. And I'm going to pick up the camera and hold it facing down.
Just don't break my phone.
I'm not
I don't
picking
think
it up.
She's going to move the phone, really. She's going to move the
There you go.
stand thing.
So there's the lineup.
Oh, maybe she's going to move the phone. Where am I putting these when I'm done? Is the only question I do have.
See? Look at how well all those look together. Perfect, huh? Yes.
Where am I putting
All right.
Right there. That'll work. So this is what
Awesome.
we're doing.
Awesome sauce.
But now we have to wait for Scott to press everything.
Well, if you'd have got me going earlier, I'm quick.
I should have just cut everything and then saved it all for, saved only one setup, mine, because I'm the fastest. We're not racing each other, by the way, either. We're going to work with Maxine. So,
Beverly says the hardest part for her is picking fabrics.
we're going to be working carefully with Maxine here. So, however many videos this takes, as you saw in the description, this is video 1. So, if by
Explain
next Saturday...
Explain it better for Penny. Penny thinks you're only making one. Explain
No, we're
what's going
making
on.
2 quilts. Maxine bought those 6 one-yard cuts. We added from my stash into it with fat quarters and some yardage. And Maxine's going to make my quilt and I'm going to make her quilt. We're both going to use 5-inch squares because she's new to this, so I figured it'd be easiest. We'll use this ruler to cut out 5-inch squares, which is so simple.
So in other words,
and-
Penny, they're each going to make a quilt for each other.
Yes, we're making a quilt for each other, and I will do everything, sewing, everything for the one for her, and the long arming, and then for the one that she's doing for me, she will be long arming that, and binding it and doing all that stuff for me. She's going to learn every single step of this whole entire process. So however many videos it takes, it'll be done on Saturdays. I'm not going to say if it's consecutive Saturdays or not because she does work. So, yeah.
I definitely should have taken fashion.
That's
That was an
So
option
she's-
I was going to do, but it wasn't really that interesting.
So yeah, that's what we're doing here.
white. It's horrid.
Did you tell them I'm graduating this year?
You can tell
You
them
can
you're
tell 'em you're
graduating
on.
this year.
They can
I'm
hear everything you
graduating this
say.
Maxine graduates this
The
year.
first one out of all of us kids graduated. So
Jim-
proud of myself.
Jim says it's going to be awesome.
We can make whatever pile, whose is whose, it don't matter. I guess these could be yours. 'Cause
Awesome.
Vicky says she loves the fabrics too. I just
Alright.
don't have anyone I can make a quilt using those greens.
gonna
I
start-
love those greens.
with you, Maxine, so get over here. And you are going to start cutting 5-inch squares because as he irons, you can start cutting because you're slower than me.
Thank you, Teresa. She said congratulations.
Oh, yeah.
All
I
right.
see. Beverly did too.
So what you need to do is you need to start by cutting a straight edge.
Okay.
As close as you can because you want to use as much of your fabric as possible. So see how I lined that up? I said stand cut, remember? It makes it easier because you're a newbie.
I'm trying to line it up.
Line it up straight on this line. Line it up down here so you're not wasting any fabric and then make your cut.
Vicky says, big congratulations, Maxine. Welcome to the club.
Up. Don't pull completely away until you're fully cut. Alright. Our little
Diane
bucket
said
is way over there,
congratulations
that
to
can
you,
just go there for
Maxine.
Now you're cutting 5 inches. So since you're left-handy, you need to turn it around like this. Keep your straight edge right here and just cut the width of the ruler.
Brenda wants to know about your ruler. She's asking, where did
It
you
is
get
the
it?
Missouri
What's the
Star.
size, height, weight, all that? Width. height,
It is
and
a
width.
Missouri Star Quilt Company ruler. It is 5 inches by 15 inches. It is made for using with pre-cuts. You totally
Oh no.
just cut.
Did I do it?
Yep.
It's a little crooked.
Here, hold on. Let me fix that real quick. Didn't say this is going to be perfect. I have a little boo-boo, but that's okay. We'll live with it. It's still 5 inch squares. So, line it up.
Oh wait, I have to do the.
You don't have to. You can line one of these lines up on the bottom and then line up your side. Hold it down nicely all the way. Turn it. That's what you're doing wrong. Because you're left-handed. Stay along the ruler. Now you have to
I did
rewind
it!
Back up. So now you stack that out of the way for now. Slide it over. Lay it back on. Cut your next. Move your thumb. Push a little bit harder.
Teresa says her daughter and 2 of her grandchildren are lefties.
Did you know August 13th is Left-Hander Day?
Really? And August 14th is your birthday?
Yeah.
All right, now
I knew
you're gonna,
that one.
Now you're gonna subcut.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
I don't know what that means either.
That means
Yes,
you're
let's
going
learn.
to
Learn together.
stack these on top of each other, opened up. And I brought out the 60 because it cuts better.
So I should have been using this one the whole time.
Well, for multiple fabrics.
Depends on what you're doing.
Man, Scott knows more of this than I do.
I'm in here all the time now.
All
I
right.
was never in here before.
So
when the
you
girls
have
were here.
them
Now I'm in
lined up.
here every day. We do this 7
Since
days
you're
a week.
left-handed, you're gonna start again. Oops. By cutting your straight, cut your selvage off. So lining this up here, and then make a cut right there.
Oh, that doesn't look lined up.
Well, I'm just trying to tell you to line it up. Cut the selvages off all at the same time. Remember, this is a bigger blade, so it works better.
I didn't do anything. I like the other one.
Some of these I'm ironing both sides
Where do you want me
because
to
they
put
are just
this?
really wrinkly.
I'm just throwing it out of the way for now.
Okay,
Now,
my love.
turn the whole thing around very carefully and subcut 5-inch squares. So line this up on here and at your edge, lining up these two, and then make your cut.
Teresa's dad is a
So
lefty,
for those
and
that
his
are-
birthday's in August, and so is her granddaughter's.
Those of you that are beginners, like Maxine here, you are getting 100% a beginner lesson here. From start to finish. Don't pull too hard because
Well,
then you'll...
that's a good thing. Not
mess
everyone is
those
a
up. So
seasoned.
this is a beginner, 100% beginner project.
Not everyone is a seasoned.
And I'm literally helping her because every time she goes, she slides the ruler.
Where's my elbow?
Just keep your fingers out of the way because that blade is a lot bigger. It'll slice your whole hand off.
Vicky says lefties make her nervous when they cut anything, including food, fabric, etc. I have lots of friends who are lefties, and she cannot watch them cut meat.
And one more time.
I can't use scissors. It's difficult.
Yeah, I don't have any scissors in here that you can use besides the little snips.
They do
Because
make
they're
Lefty
all-
scissors. I
yes.
guess maybe we'll have to get
Those
you a
I'm
pair
saving.
someday, Maxine.
All this kind of
Yes. I can't use knives. I
So
can't
now
use
you
scissors.
have a ton of 5-inch pipe squares to start.
Teresa says put a weight on it for her, Tiffy.
Yep. I don't think it's gonna help though, honestly.
We have books and stuff. Want to go
Alright.
get a book, a dictionary or something?
No, that's not gonna work either.
I'll
we're
just
gonna
put my
line
butt
this
on
up.
it.
So it's the selvage, and so it's
Good lord.
I don't know if his mom was paying attention.
what?
I said I'll just put
Probably
my
not.
butt on it.
Line it up.
Normally
gonna
she's pretty
straighten
goofy with butt
one
jokes.
side.
She's
Okay.
just so focused on teaching me.
Yes. We're gonna start by straightening one side. Nice and straight. I want to get as close as possible because we're trying not to waste any of this fabric because we only have a half yard. Okay, that's just gonna go in this pile because our bucket isn't here. So you're gonna turn the whole thing around without shifting or adjusting your fabric because you're left-handed. Line it back up.
And says you need to learn how.
Line it up just like this all the way around. Holding some of your
Teresa
fingers
asks
out,
if
yes.
Maxine can move her right hand a little more over from the edge.
She did. She's got it hanging off the room now.
She also asked, do you have
I'll
a
pull it
glove?
until it's done. I do not have a glove that she can wear to do this that is protector enough. There we go. Now
Okay.
reline the next one up.
Oh, Teresa's dad was a meat cutter for 42 years.
Holy moly.
And she bought her daughter a pair of the left-handed scissors. Yeah, you can get left-handed
That's true.
scissors. They are out there. I've never seen a pair in person, but
Keep
I know they're
going.
out there.
Just keep going. You can stop when you get to a certain point and adjust your hand. I figured your whole hand would fit on the smaller ruler. You gotta chop a little bit more.
I think I had too much caffeine.
Right this way.
It looks crooked.
No, it's straight.
Brenda says it will help her if she puts her ring finger up on wheel.
Okay, stop for a second, right where you are. Now adjust your hand up here more. There you go. I don't think she's getting the whole pressing thing, the cut, how hard to press down. Okay, keep going. There you
Brenda says, where did you get it from? What company?
go. Missouri Star Quilts Company, MSQC.
There you go. Can
Yeah,
you
we need
see
one
it?
of those things from them, huh?
Can you see a spot on there?
Oh, yeah.
All right, now we are going to turn these and do the same exact thing. You're going to subcut all this.
Teresa said you're scaring the shit out of her.
Who?
Yeah, I figured that was
Oh.
going to happen with some of you getting scared. I mean, it's just like when Alexa was learning and you guys got to watch her. She's very scary.
I've been on more videos than Alexa, so I'm more dedicated.
That doesn't have nothing to do with dedication. All right, cut your selvage
Okay.
off.
There you go, Brenda. Jim says the ruler's $15 at the MSQC website.
Yeah. Come over just a little bit right here. There you go. Hold on. There. Right there. Go.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I feel like I bent the blade.
Now, without adjusting anything, just turn the whole thing around. Line this up, and since your hand fits perfectly over this block, do it like this. Line it up.
My hand's too big. I'll chop my
No,
thumb off.
line it up and hold your whole pressure of your hand over the fabric itself, like that. Can you try that? I'll still hold it just to see, because I don't want you to mess up too much fabric. If it feels better that way, then do it that way. Line it back up. Remember, you're lining up this edge and those two.
Vicky says her son's 15 minutes away and he's bringing pizza. There you go, Vicky.
Ooh, pizza sounds yummy.
It's a good day right there.
We had macaroni and cheese, and I shouldn't have before coming in here, but. Do it again.
Oh, I found your hair on that one.
Yeah, you gotta make sure before you put your hand on it that it's completely the way you want it
It's stinky because Mama farted on it.
No, I did not.
No, as soon as I started ironing it, I don't know what it is. There's
Oh,
something.
that one's not cut all the way.
Hold on, watch out. If it's just a thread or two, then
No,
stick the.
it's not.
Straighten those back up. Put it on there. Straighten it up.
Alright, feels squeaky up.
Am I done cutting?
No, you have a lot more to do. Do you want me to just continue the cutting? You've tried.
Yes, I tried.
Do you want to start sewing on?
Well,
And
not
Mom's
yet. She only
cutting?
has 2 colors to choose from.
Oh,
Alright, Mommy's going to take over on this real quick just to get a lot more chopped up and used up.
oh no! Don't start talking about food. Y'all gonna make me hungry now. Diane made chicken and dumplings last night. Guys, you're always
Alright.
killing me here.
Actually, I'll just stick with this one. So I'm just going to cut them now because she's...
Are we still on?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, the tablet's not.
You go way too fast.
Because I know what I'm doing.
I know what I'm doing. You showed me. Learn from the best.
And I'm making a big stack of all the scraps so that we can have a secondary, I can make a little scrap project out of the rest. And after this I'm going to start cutting them in bulk because it'll be faster.
Diane says it was so good, they're gonna have the rest of it tonight.
Mm.
I'm a leftover fiend, Diane. I love leftovers as much as I love the original.
Leftover enchiladas.
Yeah. Leftover anything. I love leftovers. Period.
A little on that. There we go.
Diane got one of the throws rulers that has the cutting blade on it, and she found out her table sags in the middle. She says, ugh.
Oh, I
Or that's
have,
Vicky, sorry, Diane.
I have that
Vicky said that.
right down there.
So this thing.
Yep, that's that thingy.
Why don't you use this thing?
I can now. I have a straight table. I wasn't able to before because of the sag in the table. So letting you guys know, these Fiskars all-in-one ruler and rotary cutter do not work if you have a saggy table. You have to have the most perfectly flat table possible, or else these don't work.
Oh, I'm not actually going to stalk you on Google Maps, Penny. I just needed your address so Tips can send you a thank you card. Maybe we'll throw a few pictures or something in there for you.
These are fat quarters that you're on now.
She said she sent her address.
Okay. Alright, well I'm going to start cutting these in bulk because...
Okay, Vicky, you have fun with that pizza.
Yes,
That one's longer.
I know. Some are.
The other Vicky says, we sure have a lot of flat tables. Wow.
Yeah, my original table was not flat at all when I got that Fiskars cutting ruler in one combo thing. Alright.
Penny says she was just kidding to me. You better watch out, Penny. You never know. Someday Tiff and I do want to travel.
Yes. Someday.
Someday.
Our traveling consists mainly of we want to go on a cruise, but you never know. We might get to South Africa somewhere, somehow.
Alright, everything's nice and straight. We're gonna pull out the big dog. We're gonna get this done. Done. You hear me? Done. All this straighten, all that straighten. Lining up, lined it up. Nice. Nice.
Vicky
Nice.
says, my hubby loves that
Nice.
cutting blade. Brenda says, see how Tiff puts her finger on top to control it?
Alright.
Hi, Patty.
I'm cutting through a lot of layers here, guys.
Oh, Patty has sinus infection. Sorry to hear that, Patty.
Alright. And now, because it's easy for me to do this, we're just going to do it this way.
Brenda says, I taught my grandkids to cut with that ruler. Tiff?
Which one? The all-in-one cutter?
I don't know. She says she taught her grandkids to cut with that ruler. The one you're using now, I take it?
Yeah.
I'm not watching. Remember the video on the tablets, like, there is none. I'm getting comments, though.
I'm cutting like if I was at a fabric store through lots and lots of layers.
Hi, Joyce. Joyce says hi, everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. Teresa says, I wonder if she could use the new cutter easier.
No, because she's left-handed
Yeah,
and it's a
that
right-handed
cutter's
cutter.
only for righties.
Yeah.
We didn't buy the left-handed one.
She would be able to use this if she was right-handed.
There would be no way of me.
The blue-handled one for the Martelli cutter is the one that's for left-handers. Red for right, blue for left. Alright, now I'm going to subcut all this into 5-inch squares. All lined up nicely. Good, good, good.
Cutter, I use it for cardboard and chipboard. I don't know what that is.
Well,
What is chipboard, Brenda? Do you know what chipboard is, honey?
Nope.
She says she uses her cutter for cardboard and chipboard. I imagine cutting cardboard with it would dull it something fierce. Lisa says, hey, you two, and Scott, talking to you. I have a 4-year-old this weekend, so I can't stay. Have a great time. We'll catch the replay. Okay, Lisa. Thanks for dropping by.
hello to everybody coming in also. Maxine and me are making quilts for each other out of the fabric that she purchased for me for Christmas. Oops. Stay lined up, Tiffy. Stay lined up. And since her cutting is taking forever and the ironing is also taking forever, while she starts sewing, I will just continue cutting my pieces.
The ironing is taking forever. Excuse me, me and Squeak are pretty much done. I got 2 left.
It's
2
just-
left.
it's
Yeah,
just
and
me
then that
taking
whole pile.
forever.
Oh, well, you didn't tell me to do that.
Yeah,
I could have done that
that's
while waiting
next.
all day for you to go live. I asked you. Don't get on me about doing my job, woman.
Alright, there's tons more for you to start sewing. And now I gotta cut all your back borders.
Hello again, Sue-Ann.
What design am I doing?
You're sewing them together however you want to.
But I don't know how.
Okay,
I'll
You
keep
can
them all
take
together like that.
like this, and put that one there, and then you can say you want this one here, and
Just make up.
Yep.
this one
Squeak's a
here.
good old boy.
You can do it however you want.
He's good
okay?
for smaller jobs.
Remember, some are upside down and some are not. So the top one is right side up and the bottom one is upside down. Just remember to pay attention to that. Here's all those. I still have more to cut for you.
I'm just gonna put 10 together. Do you want me to chain it?
I don't even know how many pieces we're going to have because I'm not even counting this whole entire time. I totally have not been paying attention to that.
It seems like a lot.
It is. It's enough to make lap quilts. That's why we chose as much fabric as we did.
Don't get overwhelmed, Maxine.
Where's the little...
Don't get overwhelmed. Just take it one at a time.
Just place it right there.
Oh, clipboard material. Okay, Brenda. That still sounds awful rough. Wouldn't that be dulling blades and breaking them?
Dots together.
Goodness.
However you want to sew them
Pretty
together. You can
faces
sew
together.
10 in a row. You could sew them 4 patches and then hook all the 4 patches together. However you want to do it. You could sew 9 patches and hook all the 9 patches together. Or you can count how many pieces there are already.
Hey, Kathleen. Kathleen says there was somebody on here recently that mentioned about cutting Lefty with a Martelli right-handed cutter. She said it's worth a try. I don't know.
I don't think it's possible.
That sounds complicated.
It's impossible. There's no way. See?
Can I go
There's no
slow?
way. If you want to.
No,
You can go as
ruin
fast
it?
as you want. No, it will not ruin it.
You try it slow and try it fast. See what you like best. Just because Mom likes to go fast, a lot of the ladies on here don't go near as fast as Mom. You do what you feel comfortable with.
I'm going pretty slow.
Yeah, that's the slowest you could possibly go, child.
Why? I'm afraid it will get ruined.
Oh,
I
Kathleen
don't-
says that she should try it
Out.
right-handed. Yes.
I've tried it right-handed
She-
before.
she
Doesn't feel
tried it.
comfortable.
She doesn't feel comfortable with it.
She'll just do it her own way. She'll learn to like something her own
Alright, here's
her
some
own
of
ordeal.
these.
She'll get the hang of it.
Alright, and now to cut your fat quarters.
So Annis, did you get all that fabric at Walmart?
No, these ones came from Tuesday morning. They were fat quarter bundles or something. And thank you. There's the rest of your other pages. Okay, now
Is that
sew what
good,
you
right?
ever, yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
Sew them however
Yeah, I
you
get
want.
what you're saying, Kathleen. Now she doesn't like doing
Ooh,
it
that's
that way.
Why
She'll
did you
figure
iron
out
creases into these? I need them to be flat.
Huh?
You ironed them in half. I don't want them in half.
That's because that's how you told me to when we started, Goofy.
No, that's for yardage only.
Okay. Well,
These aren't
these ones I
yardage.
opened all the way up.
Wait, these ain't even.
Should be.
This one I didn't. What are you
This
talking
is
about?
directional.
That one I didn't. You're giving me too much stuff here, honey.
Alright.
It's good. It's good. It's good.
I'm just going to line all these fat quarters up and cut.
Diane says that's true, Maxine. I'm not as fast as your mom. So see, a lot of the people on here aren't as quick as her. You just do your own thing.
You know, and it's the weirdest thing too because
Go
I
your own
try to
pace.
go slow and it's impossible. I don't know. It's the ADD in me, I guess.
I mean,
ADHD, whatever. I'm literally
do I,
stacking
oh,
all
do I
these.
lift it?
Okay. I'll do these next. Or no? What do you want me to do next?
Yes, start on all those, but they're
big
separate than
colors?
these. Yes, that's the next. All of them.
Yeah, I'll keep them separate from these.
Yeah.
Which means you have to move these somewhere.
I am right now. I'm stacking
Okay.
it all up. And I'm going to cut all 8 at the same time. Why? Because I can. Maybe. Maybe I can. We'll see. Where's the
Would
sewing?
you look
Guess it's
blue?
that.
Okay, that's all
Hold
Brenda
on.
uses the cutter for.
You're gonna have
Don't
these
need
to
it
mix them
often.
too.
Okay.
She's just sewing however she wants to. For those that are curious, whatever order she wants to put this stuff in, that is what she's doing. So I'm going to straighten one edge up. And then
That's okay, Kathleen. You need to go take a nap, you do it.
straightening one edge up. And then I'm just going to go ahead and cut all this into 5-inch squares. Turn the whole thing around.
There you go, Maxine. Brenda says there isn't anything you can mess up that Mom can't fix.
Yep. Alright.
Hey, Kip.
Right there.
Kip says you should get 12 5-inch squares from a fat quarter and a half, a yard 24 5-inch squares. Okay, honey?
Mm-hmm.
So see, you even got people on here doing math for you. Thank you, Kip. Patricia says, hey, Tiffy.
Hello.
Hi, Patricia.
I'm cutting up the fabric and she's sewing, but we're making 2 quilts. I'm making hers and she's making mine.
I just have to start now. Or
She
do
just
it
has to
get
start
done.
sooner because she's slower.
Judy says you remind her of when she used to teach. She taught home ec even to boys.
They don't teach that at the high school anymore.
Nope, they haven't in years.
No, they had one 2 years ago.
Patricia says it must feel great to have her there. Talking to you,
Yes.
Tiffany.
I'm the only one that did it.
Oh, Kip says you're welcome. Well, thank you very much, Kip. That was very helpful, actually, because we've been trying to do math earlier and we were both confused.
All right.
That was one wrinkly fat quarter there. Holy cow. Brenda says, bless you, Judy. It takes a saint for home ec.
These are the selvage edges, so I'm gonna cut these off first. Right there. That's all junk.
Trisha says that's what quilters do. Okay, several boys took home ec as they wanted to eat what the girls made. That was their favorite class in high school. I always wanted to cook. Not like my mom, no. And stew.
All right, here's some
And
photos
so-
for you.
Wait, I was organizing it.
I'm now cutting left-handed because I didn't want to turn these wonderful pieces all the way around.
I thought we had more pink polka dots. That's all white, that's all green.
I'm gonna turn it around because my left-hand cutting is not as good as my right-hand cutting.
Could I move this?
There's more.
Oh, mine?
Yeah, this is all for you.
Maybe we didn't even need that much fabric.
Oh, we needed it. Trust me. You want this to be big enough to use.
Produce this glue.
There's more.
Brenda asks, how's your wrist, Tiff?
Hurting, but I'll live. I will. As soon as I sit down and start sewing, the ease from the whole cutting will slow down, hopefully. Huh. If I have a problem with everybody doing something today, it will help Maxine with her getting more done if I could step away and go take a medicine like a naproxen or something.
Brenda
All right,
says all
she's
that
all
cutting.
completely
Ouch.
cut. She's all cut, ready to just do her thing while Scott is pressing the stuff for mine. I am going to...
Patricia says you're so lucky to have her there and sew with you.
Why is we crooked?
Oh, and
We
so is she with you.
Is crooked.
So you two are lucky to have each other together.
There we go.
And Patricia
I don't know
also
how we
says
got
it looks
crooked.
great. Judy says she taught both cooking and sewing to both of her classes, the boys and the girls. It was a challenge some days. Some of the boys took it serious and did an awesome job.
Let's see if that makes it any better.
I don't think that mattered, but
Huh, it's fine.
Plus you can see my broken blind. If you have children, do not ever have wood blinds. They break.
I didn't break it.
I'm just saying, children break those wooden blinds. Alright. Let's find selvage. I guess neither end is. So she's just sewing 5-inch squares, which is what I'm going to be doing too once I'm done cutting. Right now I'm on to cutting mine. So Scott is just pressing everything.
that's what I do.
Oh, this one's actually already pressed. Technically, because you pressed it in the beginning.
If you want to do it again, should I crease that in the middle?
It's fine.
I don't think green has a weird smell when it hits the steam on it.
That's because it's Walmart.
Yeah, well, the rest of them are fine, but that one is...
It smells like Walmart.
Yeah,
Honestly.
well, you come over here and iron it then. You have no idea what I'm talking about. No
Yes, I
clue.
do
You-
because I've
you-
purchased Walmart fabric forever now.
Yeah, well, you get over here then and do it. You don't have any idea.
It's smelly.
Okay.
It's leaving off some weird whatever.
Welcome everybody joining, by the way. If you're just joining, this is my daughter Maxine and me. We're making each other a quilt. and she's going super slow. We had to set the machine up because the brother machine, you can adjust it to be where your perfect 1/4 inches, and she also has a seam guide. Since she's a beginner, I 100% think the seam guide is absolutely necessary for beginners. So I have the needle in the 1/4 inch position as well as a seam guide along the foot for her, so that way she can stay straight. No matter how slow or fast she picks up this machine, because it has an adjuster to go slow like a turtle or fast like a rabbit. So it helps her. She's learning right sides together and sewing it through. I have her at a 2.5 stitch length, which is pretty good. And we are using, if you remember from the last couple Sundays ago video, the signature thread that we dipped in mineral oil. That is what's being used through this machine in the top and in the bobbin, and it's working just fine in this machine. So it definitely does not like the Juki. The Juki does not want anything that's been mineral oiled at all.
Thank you, Jim. I am Iron Man. That's what Jim says.
Yep, that's what you are today. Iron Man.
We should get him that shirt. Yours is.
Oh yeah, Scott needs
It
a
should be-
special quilting shirt. I am Iron Man with
But
a
I
picture
never-
of an iron.
I
Anybody want to
never-
make that for Scott?
I'm never in videos.
Anybody that can make t-shirts, get a shirt that's
No.
got an iron on it and says I am Iron Man.
I'm never in the videos. So yes, it'd be funny, but no one would ever see it.
Yeah, they would. Every once in a while, you're in the. You could see you in a video. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and then when you iron it, it is. Oh.
All right, I'm gonna cut all of my back quarters now. Line this up nicely so that I'm not wasting too much fabric. I definitely have this thing where everything has to line up just right because I don't want to waste anything. I want the most of my fabric. I don't know why I do it. But
Yes,
I do.
Vicky, Iron Man is funny. It doesn't just pertain to the cookie show.
Okay.
Come over here and smell this. It's only with green.
Yep, it smells just like the greens.
Yeah, but it's
Anything I've
only,
ever had before.
it's only with the green.
It's weird. Oh
What do
well.
you mean smells like the greens?
I have no idea.
Smell. It's a Walmart thing. Some Walmart fabrics just have a weird smell
Okay,
from
I already did that side. Flip it
wherever
over.
they
Do
were in
this
the
side.
factory. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Making sure I'm cutting at 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Vicky says all of you aren't staying day and night until those 2 quilts are done.
Oh no, we're not doing this. We're not gonna stay all day. Maxine's leaving at some point today, and I have other videos to do like long arming and stuff, and I have other people that I watch, like T, but I don't think she's coming on because today's Saturday and she's taking a couple Saturdays off. I don't know anyone else that's going to be on today, so however long Maxine wants to stay and work is however long we will work today.
Well, Diane says, love it, Tiff. That would be a fun Sew Sunday. So Anne asked, can you show us a close-up of the fabric you're cutting? Then Vicky said that was a joke, that you're staying all day.
This one.
They're owls. It's really super adorable.
And this one.
It's owls. And then we got white owl. Oops. And then it's blue with pinkish flecks. And then we got the pink flowers. And then we got we had to have a blue and white to offset, so it's blue with
super
white polka dots.
Okay, Brenda, we'll see
Then
you
there's
later.
it's actually called coral. It's pink with white polka dots. And then we have a green with leaves.
And then they know what
A
the color
green
light
with
green and
polka
pink
dot.
look like, right?
And then this. And then in this background color right here, there's a plain pink. And then there's also in the same as this green, there's a plain green. And then there's a plain white also, which they don't need to see.
Okay.
Actually, we'll just do this. How about that? We'll fan them out.
Suzanne
so we
says
can
super
see
cute.
all of the colors in one. minus the white because we don't need to show
Vicky
them.
says, oh,
We don't need to show you
owl.
guys what white looks like. So those are the colors. They really, really blend nicely. It took us a while to come to the conclusion of what we were doing here.
Diane says LL is on, Tiff. And hello all. Hi, Diane.
Yeah, I know. But
Vicky loves the
I
coral.
can't wait for other channels when I'm trying to do something on someone else's schedule here at this
Yeah.
house.
Diane,
Nothing against anyone. You guys know I watch Mom and Pop all the time, but I can't slow when she's here down. So here we go.
Diane says I like the color line.
Alright.
Well, I understand. There's times when we get to watch other people, and there's times when we have to do our thing.
Yeah.
We still watch them when we get chance. I watch Sobeka with you and T with you, even.
I will watch the replay later.
I like to tease Becca, and me and T are buddies.
Alright.
Vicky likes that color line too. Sue Ann asks, where did you get the coral pink?
Walmart. Ah, don't move.
They said that at the same exact time. They should be jinxed. It's Waverly Inspirational.
Yep,
From
it's
Walmart.
called Coral. That's the actual color name, is what it said on the little card that came with the 1 yard cut thingy. I'm just gonna do one at a time. Why? Because I can.
I guess I'll leave it.
The cool part about this 5-inch ruler is that all I have to do is cut the size of the ruler.
Oh no, Patty, you don't have to send me a shirt. I thank you very much, but please, no. You guys are too nice to us already. You guys support Tiff in so many ways. Whether it be money, gifts, or just watching her and subscribing. You don't have to send me shirts or anything. I thank you guys so much, but... Patty wanted to send me a shirt. The lady that just won your last quilt or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you get your quilt, Patty?
Yes,
You're
she
the one
did.
that
I
won the
forgot
quilt.
to show you the picture. Sorry. She took a picture with me on the TV in the background.
Oh. Well, that's awesome.
I'm neglecting some of these colors.
Yeah, just start. That's why I said grab from each of your piles equally. However you want to put it together, do it. I ain't stopping you.
She says, LOL, Tiff, I got that. Jim says, I ordered fabrics from Walmart and not shipped out a week now.
That's okay. I ordered from Missouri Star last week, and they just barely processed the order this week. Everywhere is behind, like so behind.
It's okay, Jim. We've had that issue with Walmart and many other companies. It's not just Walmart, but yes, we've had it with Walmart plenty of times. The thing will be in California, and it'll take them 2 weeks to get here, but we'll order something from Walmart that comes from, like, Arkansas, and it'll get here in 2 days. And we live right on the border of California. It's like we could have driven there and gotten it before they even shipped it.
These are all done.
Yep.
I don't know if
Linda
you guys.
says, Maxine, you have great posture on the sewing machine.
That's good.
Cutting those things hurt my back.
I don't know if you guys know. Okay, so can you
look.
see how crooked this is right here at the bottom? So if you take a finger on each side right here and hold it like this, and same thing on the opposite side, and you just use your fingers, I don't know how well you can see this, to adjust it right or left like this, you can straighten your fabric or torque your fabric. So for those that are newbies and you're trying to align your fabric, if you just slide it to the left or right, you can see that you're torquing your fabric and it's funky. But if you want to get it straight before you cut it, so that your whole grain is nice and straight, then just adjust the fabric. So just ever so slightly, you can see I just ever so slightly tweaked it, and it's just barely you know? So if you're trying to make sure you have something fully aligned, just know that you can adjust it with just your fingers by holding it up, and you can get a nice, straight piece of fabric.
And Jim says his son's boots took 2 days. Yep. Yep, it's weird. Some of our stuff, like we'll order a bulk order sometimes of just like random household things along with other stuff and fabric, and some of the things they send it all separate, and some will get here.
Target's notoriously known for sending everything separate.
Yeah.
Everything we've ordered from Target always comes separate.
Yeah, it's funny how it works.
Alright, I'm going to start cutting all these.
Nothing ever gets shipped straight to our town. It always has to go to Vegas or Phoenix first.
Yep. Yep.
Our town is weird. Vicky says I bought a bunch of fabrics from Walmart for another quilter. She had none to make quilts for the family members, and some took over a month to get her.
Oh my goodness, yeah. That's why it's best if you have a Walmart that has fabric in store to just go and see what they have in store as well. But Walmart online actually doesn't sell just Walmart brand fabric, the Waverly. They actually sell Kona, Moda, Kaufman. They sell all that at Walmart online.
And
And
Diane
it's
said,
through other companies. It's outsourced.
Diane said, good tip, Tiff.
Yeah.
Or whatever you were just calling them.
I was holding the fabric to straighten it
Yeah,
out
well-
so that I have nice straight
As long as you know. I'm just-
cuts without a bow in it. I don't want any bows in the fabric. So Maxine's really caught on her chain piecing, as if you guys can see this. Look at that. She's chain pieced all these together so far. Look at that.
Yes, Vicky says it all depends on where the items are coming from. Like Amazon does use other companies at times. Yep, so does Walmart. Yeah, a lot of them outsource through other companies too.
Alright.
Right now, everything is just a little behind. Poor post office is having a heck of a time catching up and everything.
Yes. Alright, so I'm gonna line these up
Everybody's a
now.
little slower at the moment.
And subcut all this. I don't know why I keep grabbing this down. Put it away because I keep
Did I
grabbing
like
it.
cut this
Vicky says
off
she's
so
glad you
I
shared
No.
that tip.
restart
Fine.
it?
Diane says awesome.
Well, I'm glad because I know a lot of people have trouble with full-on yardage, you know, or getting something in line. And I'm gonna actually,
Vicky says I think coral is her favorite color right now.
We're gonna take this real quick. Let me see how well I can do this on camera.
Uh-oh, what are we doing?
I'm just gonna back you guys up for a second so that you can see.
so here's some fabric. Say it was a big, huge piece. We're gonna do this right in front of you so that you can see. If this was like ironed like that in the way it came, and you had a little bit off each side, if you hold it up and you just use your fingers to straighten it, you can see the twist in the fabric as you're moving. So say you have stripes or something and you want to make sure that the stripe is fully going from this side onto that side, you just adjust this top piece. With bigger yardage, it's easier to move your fingers, you know, but you would just adjust it until you see that it's 100% flat all the way around, because on a full entire, some of them won't be straight until they're like right here, which is definitely
Diane loves
odd,
the
but it would
owls.
be straight. Every once in a while I get a yard that's cut funky and it's like this, and I have that much waste on the sides. Then when I get it home, I just adjust it right till I don't see it, and then the weirdest thing is it ends up straight after I adjust it. So you just tip it and you can see that it creates that wave just by adjusting with your fingers. So that way it's always straight.
I switched to the big dog. He's definitely better for the bigger pieces.
Alright,
You know?
so I just figured I'd give you guys an up close of that one. Yeah.
Oh, look at all those chain
Actually-
pieces there, Maxine. You're doing good. Look at that. I didn't notice she had a lot done over there.
I
Yeah.
need to cut it. I don't know where to put it.
Oh, it's right there. Purple thing.
No,
to
wants to put
separate
it-
them.
She wants to put it somewhere.
No, this is the separator thing. So when you're ready, just go like this. Bam. Bam. Okay, when you're ready. Definitely a nice tool so that you don't have to snip and snip and snip and snip a bazillion times. Alright, I'm
Yes,
gonna go
that was
ahead.
one that was gifted to you too. That was an awesome gift.
That's from Michelle, my bestie. I'm gonna be like walking in front of the camera
You guys
because we moved
definitely
it back
spoil
now.
us sometimes.
So I'm cutting 6 layers right now, just so that anybody's curious. Oops. Get it back together. There we go. And one more time. And then I have 3 more to cut. 3 more half-yard pieces. And again, I'm saving all this because I'll be able to make something in another video some other time with all the rest.
As you guys know, Tiff is good at reusing stuff. Diane said, "Awesome, Maxine. Good job." Vicky says it's awful the way some cutters at stores cut your fabric.
Oh,
yes,
yes.
it is.
Well, you know what? It's not always bolted on the bolt properly either. I've gotten so many on the bolt that the whole way down, they're like wrinkled like this. You guys can totally see where I'm here. That were like this the whole way down, and it started splitting all the way. Like, it's also the manufacturers where they come from, because they're not paying attention on the bolter. It's a special machine that goes from a one long roll onto a bolt thingy, and they're not paying attention at that fold. If things are folded, you know, they're not paying attention. So it ends up on the bolt all funky. So some companies just, it's how they're bolting it up, you know.
Vicky says Maxine is a sewing machine guru. You're the guru. Jim says, I remember when I first saw chain piecing, his game changed.
Oh yeah. That way we're not wasting thread, or else, because when she was pulling from here,
It didn't look that bad when I was
oh,
done.
it's fine. When she was pulling them out when we were test practicing, and she was trying to cut them on the cutter, she was like pulling it out so far, wasting tons of thread. So it's nice to know how to chain piece so you're not wasting a ton of thread.
I think she's enjoying herself over there too. I don't know. What do you think,
She
Maxine?
looks like she's having
My
fun.
tummy hurts.
Oh,
I shouldn't have had mac and cheese.
you could have had a milk thing. We had them. We had the milk things.
So see, I gotta adjust this one. It's just not straight. Look at that waist on that side.
Vicky says, you
Totally
bet,
not
Jim.
straight.
I did run it from the very beginning on certain patterns. And that was way back in the mid 80s. Dan says, Yepers, you are correct, Tiff. I think we must have both seen the same video. Oh, are you waiting on me? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm almost done.
I'm gonna try to just cut all 8 at
I'm
the same
reading
time.
and talking. Sorry. I thought this big dog steams more. Squeak steams more than he does.
As long as your hand is on the thing. It's, the steam doesn't come through as much because this board is a little bit flatter. That's fine.
I mean, this board is flatter.
It has nothing to absorb steam. This, if you were laid on this, it would
It's
have
the only
more.
board we use, honey.
Alright.
Diane says, get that girl some crackers. We got club crackers if you want crackers, Maxine. We do have crackers.
Oh man, that's gonna be so far over.
This white is just horridly. Oh my goodness. A little kid wrinkling this thing up.
That's because you saw how it was on the
I know.
rolled up from
That
Walmart.
lovely Walmart roll, yes, I know, I saw it.
Alright. I'm gonna cut all 8 layers at the same time now. Let's see if I can do it.
Vicky says I even use 2.5-inch blocks, right size together for beginners and elders. That way I don't waste thread, plus it gives me piles and not time for 4 patches. Jim says cookies. Cookies! We have cookies too. Chocolate chip.
I don't think that's gonna be something to help a tummy ache.
I think Jim was joking, but it was a funny joke. I liked it.
Excuse me. I think I just needed to get that out. I've been holding them in just for you.
Thank you. Trust me, I hold mine in all the time while I'm on live stream.
Look at this. What is this? Something like bluebird?
Everybody knows I have GERD, huh? No, it's okay. It'll get
Better
cut
wash
out
off.
probably.
What?
Big black spot. Yay.
Why do you use that one? I'm gonna use this one.
Finger in me.
Alright. So cutting time.
Penny says, Jimmy, we're funny. Hi, Rowena. Rowena says hi.
Hi, Rowena.
Vicky says, geez, I have to cut these long fingernails as my nails are hitting keys that she doesn't mean to hit.
Oh yeah, when mine get long, when I was getting them acrylic, that's what I always did. I always typed things I shouldn't be typing. Instead of an A, I would get a different letter.
Penny and Rowena want to know what they missed.
Me and Maxine are making each other a quilt with the fabric that she bought me for Christmas.
Penny means the patterns. Did she miss any of the
Oh,
patterns?
no, we're
She
just
was on...
sewing 5-inch squares together.
I'm just putting whatever looks good together.
Rowena just got here, so she's just getting to see the whole ordeal.
Well, welcome. This is my daughter Maxine. You guys have met her before in previous videos, because she tends to come around quite often.
Oh, come
We put her on the brother machine because she is a beginner. What'd you do wrong?
It's so thin. I curved it a little.
Okay, so
on.
Lift it
Diane
up.
says to Vicky, I'm jealous of your nails. Mine just break and split.
lift the thing up,
That's yours, huh,
cut
Ted?
it,
You have very bad nail
and
issues.
come back to the beginning and start over.
I laid the white over here.
Oh, okay, that's the last thing I'm gonna cut. So we're just cutting 5-inch squares for those of you who are just joining. We're just making charm quilts. However we want to put them together is how they're going together. And we're just making each other one. So hers and mine will be totally different looking.
Vicky
The
says, Tiff put
same
together
fabrics.
some beautiful fabrics.
Different whatever. Well, the original ones I picked, Maxine was okay with, and then we saw these owls in my stash. So then we changed our mind and went back and forth for a few minutes before we settled completely on all this.
Penny says she was a beginner an hour ago. Now she's accomplished. She's getting
getting
pretty
there.
good.
As long as she sits here and continues, she's trying. Now it's going to be the whole putting all these chain pieces together. Are you just making 4 patches? Is that what you're going to do? And then hook them all together?
What?
Is that what you're going to do? Make a bunch of 4 patches and then hook it all together? See? So yeah. That's probably what I'm going to do.
Yours is probably gonna have a pattern. Mine's just gonna be all crazy.
However you make it is however you make it, and I will love it either way. And I will use it either way. It'll be my new couch quilt.
Oh, instead of stealing all my blankets? Diane says, chip off the block. Chip off the old block. You moved this back farther this way, honey.
Yeah, I know. I can go back the other way.
No, that's okay.
And for
I can do
those
it.
that
I
are
can matrix around
And
it.
for those that are paying attention, how the quality of the camera is a little bit more clear, even though we keep getting crooked because this stupid thing doesn't stay straight. We're using Maxine's iPhone today,
iPhone 11.
So we can have a little bit better quality video, but the internet-wise is not better. It's still the same.
I don't know, I still think Justin was the best.
And we'll be here as long as until we don't need to be here anymore.
Vicky says that Penny's accomplished is true, isn't it? That is true, isn't it? Accomplished is right. Now she will have to learn how to meet up seams for connecting blocks.
Yeah.
It's notifying me that we're having a video on my watch.
A little late, but okay.
Well, it was on my watch the whole time, and I looked at the same time. It says, "Are you making a YouTube video?" I gotta take it off just in case. It knows what I'm doing.
Dan says yes is better.
Sleeping.
It does.
When you're
That-
awake.
That checks how, if I snore in my
Christmas
sleep, if I
time
talk
is
in my
over.
sleep, if I
So
do
get
anything
that out
in
of
my
my
sleep.
head, for goodness sake.
It's weird.
Watch is creepy.
They have this newer one for older people, so it can tell if they're gonna have a heart attack or not, and when their blood pressure is low or like
Higher. things
High.
Like that.
like mine can do that,
Interesting.
but theirs is more advanced. That one would be more advanced.
Rowena says before you know it, she'll be quilting on the long arm.
Yep. Once
I-
this is done.
She says I have a quilt top that she can quilt. Well, that's where she's gonna finish, Rowena. She's gonna do the whole quilt. She's gonna do the long arm. She's gonna do.
The binding.
The
all of
binding,
it. She's
everything.
doing all of it.
CJ, come help me.
I'm amazed he heard that.
Of course I heard that.
Hi, June.
All right.
For all of you.
Here's my stacks. And look, so here
Scared me.
is all the scraps so far for me to make something else with. Actually, I don't have any more extra.
Penny
tape.
says hers don't often meet up. Hers don't meet up exact, but it's all good. Talking about the seams and connecting blocks.
Oh, it doesn't meet up.
No, she's talking about when she does it on her own.
Oh,
Her own blocks.
Mine doesn't
They
really
got
meet up
kinda
really.
skinny right here on that end, but that's okay. I'm not. Do your thing. I'm not
She's
gonna.
judging.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'll just leave it. I am doing mine a different way. So I.
Vicky says she has tops that you can practice on. And she has a long arm that she doesn't know how to use because her husband left the instructions at their home in Iowa.
That sucks.
Diane says now that Christmas is over, you're singing Christmas songs.
My way,
LOL,
boo.
Tiff.
Oh, making my own little thing up as I sing.
At least she's singing. That means she's in a good mood.
Yes, I'm separating on mine. She did on hers, kind of.
Somewhat.
Now she has a disaster going on.
Rowena says finished is better than perfect.
Yep.
I'm just putting things together.
Vicky says if she learns correctly in the beginning, she will be a champ. There are tricks to it.
Mm-hmm. Alexa still has to come over and quilt her quilt that she made, her car quilt. She hasn't even quilted that yet. She's got the batting, the backing, and the quilt top all here, ready to long arm.
Okay, Diane, we'll see you in a bit.
All right, I'll be
Diane
here.
has to switch her phone.
We will be here for a while
Or has to switch to the phone.
until it's time to go, whenever that is.
Oh, I don't have my watch on. What time is it?
How's your bobbin doing?
1:26.
20.
Well, what time do you have to go?
2:30.
Okay, you got a while.
Well, where's your phone, Mama?
Oh, it's right here.
I just need to ask James when he needs to be picked up. That's it.
Penny says you're lucky to have such a good teacher, Maxine. She learned the hard way, and she's still learning. I think on a hobby that you like, you always are still learning, right, honey?
Yes.
Like music, mine is music and sign language, and I'm still learning.
Well, in the gym, I always learned new stuff. When I was going 7 days a week, I still learned new stuff all the time.
I think that's your conversation with
From
James.
other people or stuff I figured out on my own.
Should have been the same order every time.
thing shakes.
Yes. It's because it's.
Oh, did I lift that?
Vicky says she learned the hard way too. She did a large quilt for her oldest son, and it was the Storm at Sea pattern, and every single part of it was done with templates made from cereal boxes. She says, I don't miss that.
I'm working
Remember?
on one.
Remember when we made our own templates, honey?
Yep.
Out of cardboard and stuff?
Yep.
I remember
I
that.
showed those to you guys in the beginning.
Justin says, Maxine.
Who?
Justin's on. He says, Maxine.
Oh, Justin.
Maxine is making mommy a quilt, and I am making Maxine one, except I'm doing my own thing, and she's doing her own thing, all with 5-inch squares.
Then he says hi.
What's your code?
Oh,
I was missing one number.
this is going to take me forever. But that's okay, because whether I take forever or not, I'll be faster at the sewing part.
Just do your thing, honey. Don't
That's
worry
why
about
I'm
it.
doing this.
Don't worry about it. As long as it gets done, don't worry about it.
I didn't actually count how many colors. There were 6, 7, 8, 6.
Do you want me to count for you?
10, 11. I think we made 12 colors altogether. I'm not sure. I still have salvage in some of mine, but oh well.
Penny says they work. I think all the new gadgets are money makers, but we all get sucked in and buy them anyway.
What do you want?
Judy says, yeah, that is how I got started.
I haven't used it.
Talking about the template, cardboard template stuff.
Yep, I made them out of cardboard and or foam board.
Yep. I remember that. And cutting them perfect and everything.
Yep. And my original slicey dicey ruler before, okay, I had a rotary cut. I got a rotary cutter later on, but I didn't have any regular acrylic rulers. So what I used was a yardstick, a wood yardstick. And you should see, my first wood yardstick and a rotary cutter had issues. I constantly was slicing the wood and digging into it and shearing it, and I had so many splinters in my fingers.
They didn't go well together.
It didn't go well together, but I didn't know. I was starting out in my garage. I was just this little beginner motorcycle rider that decided I wanted to quilt. And yeah, I started with what I had. First it was scissors before I had anything else, and then it went to a rotary cutter with my yardstick that we got at Home Depot. And that was it.
Yep. Vicky says she never used foam board. Yep, we did.
We did. With painter's tape around it because I
Yep.
kept slicing it.
Yep. The blue tape. Blue masking tape around it.
Yeah, we had so much fun in the beginning, making such a mess of all sorts of stuff. Ooh, look at all that, Maxine. You're doing good.
She is. Look at that. Vicky says I had to trace the pattern with a pencil and then cut with scissors. Penny says that's funny. LOL.
And then when I decided to start teaching, I really didn't have a lot either in the beginning. It took a while before I started getting stuff.
Well, just being able to make videos in the beginning was hard because you
I
can't
had
go
a
live
RCA
without
tablet
1,000
and-
people.
Well, no, I did it first. I went live all the time at first until they stopped.
Yeah,
I
they
was
changed that.
I was like 400 or something like that when they changed the rule to being at 1,000, and then it took me forever to get to 1,000. More than a year. It was a long time, and then I hit 1,000, and then I was able to go live again, and I was so happy. And then I still think to this day, what if they change that number again and they only want bigger YouTubers to go live? You know, what's that going to do to me then? Because I'm not even near 5,000, let alone I just passed 2,600.
Judy says they didn't have the internet then when she was first starting. She says now that is aging myself. She says her first quilts were made from Fort Trail. You know what that,
Trail? I
you
don't
know what that is?
is.
Fort Trail.
I'm turning all my pieces right side up. That's what I'm doing. For those that are curious. And I'm stacking them in their corresponding color.
Okay, hold it in. That was hard. Excuse me. It got quiet in here.
Yes, it did for a moment.
Well, no one's talking. We didn't have anything to read. Sorry. Vicky says, "Yep." To Judy, I think we must be about the same age. We had no internet. That is how I talked my hubby into getting me a VCR so I could tape the shows.
We didn't have
Still
internet
have
when
those.
I was a kid. I didn't have
She's saying
internet
when they
until-
got into quilting.
Oh yeah, when I got into quilting.
Yeah, they didn't
There
have
was-
internet when I was a kid either.
But I didn't know. I knew there was YouTube. I used to watch stupid stuff on YouTube all the time. Funny videos, like pussycats and dogs fighting or weird stuff. Unboxing videos. I did not know that YouTube had quilting videos. And then one day, one popped up on my suggestion. And that was Missouri Star Quilt Company. And that's when I started watching them. And then I just decided to go to their beginning, which was only a few years earlier. Like 2 years worth of videos earlier, and it wasn't that many.
And Vicky's
Yeah.
asking what Fortrell is too. We're gonna figure this out. And Patty said the first quilt was made from old blue jeans on a treadle sewing machine.
If that's the one you use your feet.
Yep.
And yes, I do have some selvage sticking out in my pieces, but they will be within the 1/4 inch seam, so that's okay. All right. What do I want to do? I'm going to be weird with mine.
Judy says that Fortrell stuff, it's stretchy, heavier fabric that I sewed my clothes from.
Yours won't be as weird as mine. Mine's all over the place. Mine just explains you. Crazy.
Well, no, I'm going to mix them all up. I'm just,
Tiff has to see them all laid out, I think.
I have to
Make her
see
mind up.
what I'm doing.
Vicky says her mom's treadle's at her sister's home in Battle Mountain, Nevada. She said we could have it, but we have to go out and get it.
And where?
Battle Mountain, Nevada.
I've never even heard
Oh
of it.
no.
Neither have I, but then again, there's a lot of places in Arizona we haven't
Oh
heard
well,
of.
if it's in there, it's in there. Just try to make sure that your 1/4 inch seam is a 1/4 inch seam. You can use your fingernails to scoot
I
fabric.
don't have fingernails. Remember, I have anxiety. Right, mine. They're all gone.
Vicky says that, Patty says to Vicky that hers was her mom's that was bought at an auction in the 1970s, and her niece has it in Virginia at the moment. Sue-Ann loves the look and love the treadle machines. She says, I have 2, and they're so cool. Sue-Ann says she uses hers. I use mine.
What? It's supposed to be 24.
You want to take some of mine?
No. 4, 5, 6, 7.
Sharing's caring.
Sue-Ann says she's been listening to you
They're
all
supposed
for
to
a
be
while
24. Why is there 23?
while cleaning
I
her
have
room.
some of yours.
Rather be
I
sewing.
don't.
So you're 1 block off, honey. We can make it up on something. For all we know, maybe you miscounted.
I probably did. order.
Is it me or do you have an edge on the one green there? Polka dot.
Yeah. I have
Yeah,
it
on
mine
some
too.
of them they do because I went too close to the selvage.
Oh, okay. I thought that was supposed to be cut off. Sorry.
Wow,
Is
it's
it-
like 100-mile-an-hour winds out there right now.
I
I
hope
wish you
it
guys can
doesn't
see this.
rain.
Can you guys see out there and see that palm tree? Can they see that palm tree?
I have like a
Look at
5-minute delay here. Oh. No.
No.
Oh yeah, yeah you can. You just have to really pay attention.
You see that
Now
palm
you
tree
can.
out there. You see, if it was a tall palm tree, it would be sticking over. You can hear.
Which our neighbors one house over have palm trees.
Yeah, you could hear the wind. Seriously, like it's probably like 60 miles an hour.
You're showing them my ugly car.
Like, there
JC Truckin says yes, we can see it.
yes. If you're curious, Justin, we're on Maxine's iPhone. Now I just need to get my own.
They're really expensive.
Yeah. Oh, I think your boyfriend texted back. He said, okay. I don't know
My
what you
phone bill
texted.
is around like $300 some. Not just for my phone.
It's on you.
It has other
What you
stuff
pay?
on it.
All right. I know what I'm doing. I think. No.
There's so much.
No. Yes. No. No. My brain has to see this.
Oh come on, honey, you're good with colors. Oh, Jim, did I do the thumbs up? No, I didn't. There we go. Okay. Got you covered, Jim.
Like that? I think so. Whatever. I'm just gonna start sewing.
Justin says, Maxine, I had a Camry that was the same year as yours passed me today with the exact same dent in the passenger front fender.
Interesting.
The accidents were not my fault, by the way. People just like to hit me.
Vicky said, my nephew ended up killing himself with a gun, just loved palm trees. Wish we could have gotten him back to California when we lived there so
So
he
I
could
don't
have
have to
enjoyed them and
constantly
been
lift
happy.
it?
No.
I
No, just
thought
slide
I
them
had
up
to always
like this. Slide them up.
I've been
Slide 'em
lifting
up.
it the whole time.
Slide 'em
Been
up.
pressing the button and lifting it.
I have no idea. Don't look at me. I just know how to iron and cut. She doesn't ever let me cut though, so at least you got to do that. Well, that's nice, Vicky. She says every time she sees a palm tree, she says a prayer for him.
I just had a
That makes it easier.
mind change.
I didn't know I was able to do that.
Well, Tiffy, once you cut all your chain pieces, you can reorganize them into different patterns too.
No. Oh, this way now.
Okay.
Whatever.
I'm gonna grab a granola bars. Anybody want anything?
What?
Water, food,
I
anything?
have apple juice.
Just don't spill it on Mom's stuff.
Non-spill
Oh.
cup. Give her a non-spill cup.
What's a
I will
non-spill
have a
cup?
sippy cup.
What do you mean a non-spill cup?
The cup with the straw. My straw cup.
It can still fall over and be spilled. Water
Whatever.
can still come out of the straw.
So, Mother, any
So, daughter.
interesting dreams lately?
No.
No.
No. Not that I can remember.
I'm forgetting about this white. That isn't good.
There's a non-spill cup. Put the lid back on when you're done. Well, there's not hardly any left. Why just dump it in a cup? Just drink it out of there.
Yep, that's my idea.
Refreshing. No, no, go. Okay, I guess we're going that way.
Am I supposed to be ironing her pieces open now?
If you want to, I don't know. You have to ask her.
Oh, okay.
I
She's
don't
supposed to be
know.
the one asking the ironing person if she's ready for ironing.
Mm.
I was just gonna sew them all together and then do that. But if you want to, you can. If you have nothing else to do.
Hi, Diane. Diane says I'm back.
Hello. Alright, that starts with the next row. Starts with this. No, the next row starts with blue. Then, this one. This one. Bigger up too. This one. This one.
Okay, now I need water.
Anything anybody want to ask? Questions? What's everybody doing? Is everybody having a good Saturday?
Here you go.
What?
Oh, here it is, right here.
Oh,
No, I'll have
That's
to say
okay, you
bye
can
to y'all. Watch the rest later. Okay, Vicky, here. We're reading. I asked everyone what they're doing. That means this goes to this.
no one answered you yet.
Oh.
Bye, Vicky. Justin's watching you two and also watching something. She's making an ice cream lasagna. Interesting.
Ice cream lasagna?
Yeah.
Is he gonna bring me some?
I don't know. Ask him.
Are you gonna bring me some, Justin?
He's probably like in some state.
I don't care.
Jim says I need to finish the quilt I'm working on so I can work on swap blocks.
What are swap blocks?
Where you swap block, you make a block and then you swap it with someone else in the country.
Hi, Kitty. Kitty says hi, Tiff. She just came in.
Hello. Maxine and I are making quilts for each other.
Oh, I didn't know I was able to do that.
You can, but I'm back to it, so that's why I'm
Better.
doing a different route. You do what you want. That's what I told you. You could do what you want. I'm trying something out, which is probably not going to be.
Kip says it's a good Saturday for sure. I'm embroidering freeform a landscape scene for a decorative pillow. Sounds interesting. Justin says no, the show's on YouTube. I'm not talented enough to make all the weird ice cream this lady's making.
make myself a floor pile.
Okay. Do you want me to iron yours?
Nope.
Oh,
Can
okay.
you iron mine, please?
Making myself a floor pile.
How am I supposed to iron hers, honey? Do I iron them to a side or do I iron it down the middle?
To one side or the other. To the dark side, typically.
To the
Whatever's the
you mean
darkest
that way?
fabric. Yeah.
So it would be that way?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna go back to Squeak for this because it's a smaller job. Big sucker did great on the big jobs.
I'm running out of this fabric. You use some more white.
June is quilting a Christmas panel. Christine says, "Good morning, everyone.
Hello.
6:45 in Queensland.
Welcome.
Put a load of wash on.
Australia.
Got the troops. Got dressed. Got some wedding. Got coffee. Now watching my favorite girl and her peeps.
Got Maxine here with.
Gina's
Sewing
listening
Eachother
to y'all and
quilt.
sewing.
Oh, this whole thing shakes like that.
Penny says I work from home. By lunchtime I had no emails. My daughter phoned at 1 p.m. and told me it was Saturday. She says I'm such a dope, I thought it was Friday. We've all been there.
I remember if we took a nap during the day, Mom would end up waking us up and say it's the next day, and we would get ready for school.
Yeah.
And then realize
I used to mess with them.
it was we already went to
Yeah, every time they would take a nap after school, I'd wake them in like 3 hours and be like, wake up. You know, once it's dark out, wake up, it's time to go to school. You're late for school. And they'd get up and start rushing, and then I'd run like totally, gotcha. There's no school. It's nighttime. Let's eat dinner.
What do you want me to put all your pile? Right here?
It's funny.
Yeah, I guess. I'm trying not to put too solid
So
colors.
what's the dark side then, honey? When you have
Whatever fabric is darker.
But
okay.
it's a pink and
when you
a
have pink
blue.
and blue, which one's the dark? They're both bright.
The pink is darker.
Okay. Rowena says I work from home and sometimes I forget too. See, we got white and blue. That one's easy. That one I got.
What?
I said we have white and blue. That one's easy. That one I get. But when it's pink and blue, it's a sky blue. It's hard to tell.
And for those that are just joining, we are not racing. We're just taking our time. Of course, there's no such thing as taking my time in my world, but in hers there is.
See, we have green on green. So am I just going to say that green with the darker leaves is the darker side, honey? Okay. It's kind of up to me, right?
Yes.
Okay then. I'll stop asking questions.
Here, see, I already screwed myself up. What was the last color? This
I
one.
don't know, honey. I do not know my love.
Mine's gonna be like really funky when I'm done.
Diane says that's too easy to do. Forgetting is my specialty. Kitty says making memories.
Yes, we are.
Plus, I figured when she bought the fabric, I was like thinking, you know, obviously we would do a project together. And then I thought, it's better if we make each other something, because then I can have whatever Maxine makes, her first ever quilt, and then she'll get my 150,000th quilt.
Well,
But still, she
I
has.
have your second quilt you've made.
Yeah.
Damon has the first.
Yep, David and Gianna, first one there.
This quilt, I think, is currently in storage,
Currently where?
packed in a box.
Oh.
I was at his house. It's actually pretty big. I thought it would be a little smaller. Everybody was making it seem like you lived in like a 3-bedroom. It's just a little apartment.
So Anne's still cleaning. She's up.
You randomly just hear that noise beep throughout the day.
No.
Really?
This sound? You mean of this machine?
Yeah, bone machines. So loud.
It is.
Penny says if I asked my family for a sewing night, they would run a mile. You guys are blessed to
We
join her
used
for a
to.
sewing night.
We used to run
They
away.
used to run away. Trust me, they used to run away. They're like, what? No way, Mom.
We don't want to do.
But
Well,
now,
5 years ago when you started, most of them all still lived here.
Yeah. But now, it's a totally different story. They will hang out and sew. Well, except for CJ. Damon would even sew if I asked him. Him and Gabby?
I could see them doing that, honestly. I could see them both coming and making a blog or something.
Yeah.
I think Gabby would do it. I don't think Damon would.
I think Damon would.
I think
He
he
would
would.
stay around, but I don't think he would like actually stick to it.
I think he would sew. This one ends with that.
Sorry, Diane. She says watching her phone is giving her a headache.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We didn't mean to do it.
Ugh. So this one will stick with this. This.
Uh-oh, you got more for me? I'm behind.
Curiosity, how many of you have family members that sew? That
Oh, that's a good
actually
question.
sew and quilt? Do you guys have, does your sister-in-law sew and quilt? Does your brother sew and quilt? Does your grandmother's sister's best friend who's always at your house because you guys grew up together and so she's like a grandma, does she quilt? And like, how many of you have that around you all the time? When it was me in the beginning, it was just me. My mom does sew. She just didn't quilt, but she sews. Kind of curious. Is it a common thing within families, you know, or not?
I think after putting all these together, I'd be done.
Oh, making your two patches?
Yeah. Well, no, done with all of it.
Penny says, I have no friends that sew. It's not a big thing in South Africa at all.
Wow. It kind of blows.
We got you though, Penny, so. And you got us.
How's your bobbin doing?
Good.
Rowena says, I came from a family of 9 girls and 6 boys, and my mom made all the clothes.
Holy mackerel, that's
And
a lot.
I am the only one that sews and makes quilts.
Wow. That's crazy. All those kids and
I
only
remember
you.
you said
so.
you wanted 10.
I wanted 10 kids, yes.
That's crazy. We'd all rip each other's heads off.
No, you wouldn't. That would have been a normal household. Just more kids.
Well, this household isn't even normal. No offense. But it's not.
It would have been different.
We all have issues.
Joey says, I have a friend and a cousin that got her to start quilting. Penny says, yes, thank goodness for YouTube.
Yeah.
Maxine says, my mom is a great sewer. She took a class years ago and got a machine. She makes heaps of her own clothes and other stuff. She doesn't quilt though. My sister does some.
Oh, that's good.
June says, none. My mom and hubby use 2, but they both have died. So, 2 sew? But don't sew no more? Okay. Jim says, none but me. My youngest daughter has tried and is okay with it, lol.
That's good.
Hi, Bettina. Says hi. Christine says, my kids can use the /play on my machine. Only one has made anything to wear.
Okay.
Kip says, my grandma did, but she passed away almost 6 years ago.
Aw.
His cousins are all super crafty, but I'm the only one who sews /quilts. My sister has her own children clothing line, but she hires out the sewing.
Interesting.
Huh. Has her own clothing line. Hires out the sewing. That's different. Dan says, LOL, I know you didn't. It's my eyes. My youngest daughter sews, but my hand between jobs? Sews by hand between jobs. I don't know if she has a new job yet now. She lives.
Well, when it comes to us, I sew. My mom sews. Maxine is learning. Alexa has made 3 quilts already. With my help, obviously, but still, she's made 3 quilts, and she has a 4th that she started, but she hasn't finished. She has her own little small fabric stash box here. And Cyrus can sew also, because I taught him how. He made pillowcases
Oh yeah, that's right. I
for
forgot
his
about that.
girlfriend, his little ex-girlfriend, a long time ago.
I forgot all about that. That's right.
That was like 3 Valentines ago. Yep. They were cute too, with my
This,
cute, good fabrics.
Bettina says, I taught myself to sew. YouTube is awesome. Gina says, I don't have any family members that sew. My friend Quilting and I teach myself to quilt and count myself as a beginner still. Only have done 2 complete quilts.
Wow. I think, I mean, it doesn't matter if we have family to sew, but it's encouraging to have, it's encouraging to have other people in the family that sew.
Life eating her way.
No, I'm just doing this until I run out of these.
Joyce says I made about 6 rag quilts now. I'm trying to learn to quilt. Diane says my mother was always sewing.
Because now I can just. As long as I'm paying attention to the order. So this row starts with this, then this. Going until I'm out of my little white ones, and then I'm gonna change it up. Technically, we have some more white we can still use for a border, you know. So you could use it however you want, and I'm going to use mine how I want.
Wasn't that the whole goal here?
Huh?
Wasn't that the whole goal here?
Yeah.
Maxine makes her own thing and you make your own thing?
Yep. Same fabrics, same size squares.
Diane says my mom made quilts but didn't teach me. She had no patience.
I could have asked my mom when I was a kid. She probably would have taught me.
Penny wants to know how many quilts you long arm a month on average. Deb?
A month? Probably like 4 or 5. I'm not...
That's only in the winter. Can she use our long arm?
Yeah, I can only go in the winter time, so I try to get as many as I can done, but it doesn't always work out that way.
That's not her starting from finish to end on the whole quilt. That's just her putting on the long arm, if that is your question.
I haven't been making as many tops as I used to, or quilts to long arm, because I'm trying to get the things that I've needed to get done.
Oh no. Kip has a rough question here. How do you deal with people / friends, family that receive your quilt as a gift and hate it? It's broke my heart many times, so I really limit who gets my gifts.
Quilt worthiness. Definition. If the family member or friend is not worthy of a quilt, do not give them one. If some people have asked me, let me show them. How do I know? How do you know who to gift a quilt to? First of all, someone that you know that has things that they treasure. That's a good start. So, say you gave them a necklace 25 years ago and they still to this day wear it, they're quilt worthy. If you bought them a pair of slippers and they wore them down to nothing, down to the nubs, those slippers don't work anymore. They're quilt worthy. Quilt worthy. If you bought them say you bought them a stuffed animal and you've been to their house several times, you can't find that stuffed animal nowhere. It's not displayed on a shelf. You don't know where it is, or you bought it for their kid or whatever, and you don't see it, they're not quilt worthy because they don't want the things they bought you around. That's how I see it. You know, if it's not out, then they don't want it. You know what I mean? They're not going to like it. Now, start with small things. Try a wall hanging. Try a table topper. You know, if they bring it out at Thanksgiving, they're quilt worthy. You know what I mean? If they sit on a couch covered in a blanket when they're watching movies, they're couch cuddlers on and watch covered under a blanket, they're quilt worthy because you know that they're going to use that on the couch, their quilt. But I do suggest...
That's still a rough question.
Yeah, I do suggest knowing if they like certain colors, they like certain themes. So if you want to make something for their bed, say your niece is going off to college and you want something for her bed, but you've never made her anything. Find out the colors.
Put the same thing together.
And add it too as you're sewing. If your niece is going to college and you've never made her anything, just find out what she likes, find out those kind of things. If she doesn't see, if that person comes over, your niece, and doesn't really see an interest in looking at, oh, hey, look what I made, or hey, look at what I made, or you know what I mean? If they don't show an interest, don't make them anything big. If they show an interest, make something big. Everybody in my family knows I quilt, so everybody wants a quilt from me. So I know they'll use it. But if they don't show no interest or anything like that in anything, or you can show them a picture, how about something like this? If they say, oh yeah, that's beautiful, they're quilt worthy, you know? I mean, there's some people, my son, I made him the most crappiest, ugliest thing ever, my first quilt, and he loved it, absolutely loved it. He was like excited to get it for Christmas. He took it everywhere.
Yes, that actually amazed me. I didn't
And
think he would want it
I
at all.
honestly didn't think he would like it because I
That
was
truly
just
amazed
chopping
me.
stuff up, but he loved it. And then I made CJ and Damon a second quilt. I made CJ a quilt and Damon a second quilt. And and they loved those. And then I made Lexa a quilt. She loves it, but she doesn't like the quilting. So I found out she doesn't like heavy quilting like I do. She just wants a soft quilting. So obviously if I make Alexa another quilt, she's also going to be picky about colors. I know that. But I know she doesn't want heavy quilting. Maxine will take anything I give her because she likes it all. So CJ, he got his second quilt, but I let him choose his colors. You guys see where I'm getting here? You just got to ask, find out, see what they're like.
You put that. That's the.
Oh.
Okay. Fix it.
Iron it back flat. Or I'll just pick it for her because I'm right here.
It's okay.
So that she can sew it the opposite way.
It happens. You did a whole ton of them, huh?
I messed up a lot of them or no?
No,
Oh,
no. I'm
that's-
saying you did a whole ton of blocks. You
For
did
having
really
all
good.
these sewn,
Trying to give you a
we
compliment.
only have one backwards so far. That's pretty darn good. Kid.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You've done a whole lot, and you only
There you go.
so far that I noticed.
So yeah, it depends on the person, but honestly, if they're holding on to things that you purchased for them in the past, they definitely like things from you. That's a good sign. So that to me is quote worthy. So just try things out. But if they don't have anything that you've ever gotten them before, you have to ask. Do you like this? Do you like that?
It's still a very hard question.
Yeah, I made my mom's quilt for her, her first one that I made, the Scrappy Log Cabin, and I knew my mom likes purples, but I didn't know what she would like. I was just, I was just guessing, and she loved it. You know what I mean?
Well, my mom is a notorious regifter.
And
That's why we
his
don't
mom-
get her anything, but she loves her quilt.
His mom likes country and western type stuff and whatever. And when I got the quilt top that I got was from a yard sale. It was hand pieced, and I saw when I bought it and brought it home and needed to repair it and put turn it into a quilt. I told Scott right away. I was like, "This reads your mom, and Christmas is coming, so this is what your mom's getting for Christmas." Because she always seemed to like come over when I was in the garage, and she'd, "Oh, this is cute. This is cute." So it made it easy for me to choose something for her,
But she's a notorious regifter, so
But
that's
she
hard
also
to tell.
regifts. So I made her a king one out of the fabrics.
It's hard to
I
tell.
took that quilt top that was like from 1930, 1940-ish, and I had to take it apart and re-put it back together again. And she absolutely loved it. But I made it king size so that it's hard to regift something like that. Because I will know.
I have a question. With all my school club shirts, can you turn that into a quilt?
Yes. You want to turn them into a quilt?
So I'm gonna get a senior year one, same class of 2021, and that in the middle, and then all my early childhood and S club and math stuff and all that could be in it.
Joyce has a problem with the 1/4 inch seams. That's exactly quilt worthiness. I totally agree. I have a quilting family that helps me. Becca, Yvette, and you. Says Gina.
I'm gonna call it for today. That was a lot.
Tina says my husband backs me all the way. Sewing and quilting. Yes, Maxine, you did do a lot. You did good.
She already sewed all of her squares together except she has 4 left over, which you're going to have to take 4 random colors apart and swap them. You know why? That way you could throw them in somehow, some way, because we're having an equal amount of squares to go a certain amount across by down. Take some that are not already pressed.
Just do these ones. You're better at taking them apart than I am. Oh man, I have to reset it.
Christine said, I don't don't care if someone likes my
Just put it
quilt.
on number 2.
They can use it as a dog blanket if they want. They won't, however, ever get another one.
Yeah, exactly. That's another thing. I've only seen one quilt not being used that I gifted. And that is because, well, that's because he's a 27-year-old man.
Mhm.
I'm talking about my brother. It's hanging on the back of his bed. That I made it lap size for him. And I wasn't sure. I asked my mom in advance, but that's okay. Maybe when he's older and gets married and has kids, he'll ask me to make him something for his family. Alright.
That's a tough question. Though, 'cause
Yeah.
I'm not one that keeps things forever and a day, and I love the quilt you made me. You're the one that made me take it off the couch, or it'd still be on the couch to this day.
I keep anything that's gifted besides flowers and dolls.
So that goes that, and that goes that. Yeah, see? There you go. Worked it out perfect. That way you can make your little 4 patches. So
I'll do
next-
that next Sunday and Saturday.
so let's get this first.
Whatever time you want, it's 2:15, Maxine. You have to leave by 2:30?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm gonna sew one more row together. 3, 4, 5.
Diane says bye and love all of you all. Stay safe and be kind.
Okay, this one was. I'm gonna just turn it off and leave it where it is.
See you later, Diane.
No. It started out, so that was it. I'm not sure around. Alright.
Tiffany, do you want to turn the machine off and leave it where it's at?
Yeah, just leave it there. Yeah, you can come back later today?
I have no idea.
Well, you're going to come back next week? Because then we'll probably
Yeah.
put it away.
Yeah, because I'll have to clean everything up and put everything
Next Saturday. Or we could do it. No, I have school Monday.
away. Oh, I was just telling everyone we'll do this on Saturdays.
Yeah.
So if it takes us a month of Saturdays to finish this, then that's how it's going to go.
Well, you got all the little pieces
I'm not going to work.
cut and sewn
I'm not
away.
going to work on mine without you working on yours. Put it that way. Make sense? So I will just stick everything aside.
Christine says quilters have their gifts to be used, not put away for good.
Yep.
It's my dream for a baby quilt that I have given to be turned into a security quilt.
That's good. It should be. I have noticed that most baby quilts that are gifted, get used.
The one that I gave Faye,
Yeah.
that blue bubbled one that you made.
The puff quilt.
Yeah, it's now hopes.
Is this okay? This weight seems to be fraying here.
That's fine.
It's okay? Okay. Is this okay?
Yep.
Then it's okay. It's okay, man.
Okay. So I made mine into rows to start, and she made hers into.
You can move the camera down there and show them
twos.
then. My love.
Here, this is what I've made so far.
Hi,
Rows.
Polly. Polly
So
says, so good to see you and your daughter sewing together. My daughter would never sew with me. She's a high school teacher and claims she doesn't have time.
I'm a high
going
school
to-
student. I'm at the high school as long as the teacher is.
Yep. Alright, I'm gonna fold these nicely like that.
I don't know what he said, but he said something to you.
I don't know.
And I'm also going to keep mine in order. Maxine already sewed hers. Mine are not Although they sewn, so obviously I need to clean this up.
Joyce says I crocheted blankets for all my daughters and grandchildren and never seen them around any of their homes. That's
Really?
sad.
Yeah, that's horrible.
That's sad.
It happens though. I mean, that's why I say sometimes it's best to find out in advance what the family member, friend, cousin, sisters, brothers, uncles, best friend's dog, whatever likes. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Find out what they like.
Oh, you want to? You can jump in. It's not just my job.
If you make a quilt for, say, your cousin and your cousin's sister, which is another cousin, sees that quilt and says, "Oh my God, that is beautiful,"
Squeak
they
likes
would want
me.
a quilt too.
He
You know what
makes
I'm
tons
saying?
of noise for Mom, but he likes me. And all the fans like Squeak, so I use Squeak a lot.
All right, here's all my pieces wrapped together. Hopefully I won't get myself confused, confizzled. And I'm gonna stick that behind me with my disaster pile going on. All right, Maxine, get over here so we can.
Polly says I'm going to make her watch this video. Talk about her daughter not wanting to sew.
So, we're gonna go get off of here so Maxine can go do her thing, and I'm gonna clean up for other things that need to be done.
I don't know what it is. I'm sorry.
I don't know what you did either. Whatever. Anyway,
Mom will figure it out.
she's made two
I'll figure it
patches, the whole entire amount of fabric she has sewn together, and Scott's still pressing some. So she's made all those on the Little Brother machine so far.
And I'm just gonna put it together like that. Well, no blues together or pinks together. Should have to like.
She's just gonna put them together like that.
Some are gonna be like that.
So you're gonna put them together like a puzzle.
Yes.
You
Okay.
do it however you want.
However you want.
It's
kid.
your idea.
And then I want
Mommy will love it no matter what it looks like.
She's doing what she
Oh
wants.
my God. As long as it fits.
You do realize you're gonna have Y seams if you do that, right?
What seams?
Y seams.
What's the Y seam?
If you start attaching things to the end of something like this, and you want to put another one over here, how are you
What?
gonna put that in without a seam that looks like a Y?
What size square?
So it's best, they're 5-inch squares, so we did 5-inch squares. It's best
Is
if
it-
you just either turn these all into 4 patches, like this, put them all together, and then sew all those 4 patches together, and or sew them into rows, however many in a row, like, you know, whatever, and sew them into rows, and then sew those rows together.
Okay.
Bye, Justin. Justin says bye.
Bye, Justin.
Alright, so she's made all these, and Scott's still pressing the lot of them. There's plenty.
Yeah,
She'll
there's
probably have to lay hers out or something. I don't know what she's planning to do.
there's a zillion more to be done.
Anyway, we're gonna get off of here, and we're gonna go do our thing. She can go do her thing, and
Are you going to do another live later?
I
on the
will
Longarm?
I'm probably gonna try to, when the sun is shining at the back door, come on the long arm out back
Well, that would be now.
in the garage. Oh, is it?
It is
No.
2:30.
I'll
Sun
be
goes
on in a
down at
little while
5:30.
with the long arm because I'm gonna start another section. I'm trying to teach you guys a section at a time, so I have short long arm videos to make it a little easier. So I'll be on in a little bit, okay? And after I do whatever I do. So
June
Anyways.
says great job, Maxine.
thank you guys for watching. Tune in for another Saturday in the future. Are you gonna try for next Saturday?
Yes.
Okay, she's gonna try for next Saturday, and we'll see what. I don't even know what time, but you guys will get an advance notice hopefully because we set this one up probably the same time. Okay, so it'll probably be around noon next Saturday. We'll continue
Well,
working.
now that we
some
don't have
more.
to teach her so much, it might be a little bit earlier because she was
Yeah.
here pretty early.
Yeah, she was
I
here
had
pretty
to
early
leave
because
early
she
then.
had to learn. So yeah, expect us next week, hopefully on Saturday, whatever time. And other than that, I'll be back with my regular videos.
The same
in between.
TIFF time and the same TIFF channel. So
Yeah.
the same bat time and the same bat channel. No?
Yeah.
No? You didn't like it? Come on. I grew up watching that. Even though that show's like 20 years older than me.
Yeah, it's actually kind of makes sense. Same TIFF time as whenever I'm on,
The same
and the
TIFF
same
time
TIFF channel
and the
will
same
on
TIFF channel.
Tiffany's Quilting Life. Anyways, I'll see you guys later, and don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Like my videos, share them with your quilty friends, as well as comment if you're watching replays.
Really
So,
long my thumb is.
okay, say bye. Say bye, Maxine. Say bye, Maxine.
Do you want me to hit the off? Bye, everyone.